Hey guys, it's Absolacario2213 here again with episode 6 of Did You Know Pokemon Facts, Trivia and Mysteries. Let's get to it. Number 1! Eevee. This adorable little brown Pokemon is number 133 on the Pokédex and is a normal type. Despite being so cute, Eevee is one of the most special Pokemon due to its ability to evolve into 8 different Pokemon. If given a Water, Fire or Thunderstone, it can evolve into a Vaporeon, Flareon or Jolteon respectively. Or, if leveled up with high friendship at night time, it evolves into an Umbreon, or during the day into an Espeon. Or, if those 5 evolutions aren't your cup of tea, then how about the evolutions introduced in the 4th generation? A Glaceon if leveled up near an Ice Rock, or a Leafeon if leveled up near a Moss Rock. And finally, the newest Eevee evolution, Sylveon. You can have this charming fairy type when Eevee is leveled up with a fairy type move and 2 affection hearts in Pokemon Amie. There are so many cool and unique ways to evolve this one Pokemon. Did you know that in the early English promotional material for Pokemon Red and Blue, Eevee was actually called Eon, the suffix of all the evolutions of Eevee? Also, the name Eevee is a palindrome, much like other Pokemon like Girafarig, Ho-Oh and Alomomola. Number 2! Pokemon regions. There are currently 6 main regions, being Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, Unova and Kalos. And of course there are other regions in spin-off games like Orre, Fior, Almia and Oblivia. But how about the regions and places that are only featured in the anime series? It makes me wonder why they put these unheard of locations in the anime, as they really play no significance in the main scheme of things, except to accommodate plots, story arcs and episode numbers. And regions in the anime seem to be much larger than their game counterparts. The regions are shown to have a number of cities and towns that are not present in the games. In some cases, some areas are moved to a different region from their game counterparts. For example, the Hoenn Battle Frontier in Pokemon Emerald was not in Hoenn in the anime, but instead in Kanto with the different facilities scattered all over the region, rather than being located on one island. Also, Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green Sevi Islands appeared in one Pokemon Chronicles episode, The Search for the Legend. Additionally, 2 regions exist in the anime that do not exist in any video game. The first is the Orange Archipelago, the tropical setting for the 2nd season, Adventures in the Orange Islands. Located south of Kanto and Johto, it differs from the standard region formula with only 4 gyms. The second is the Decolore Islands, the setting of the final arc of the Best Wishes series. It is located between Kanto and Unova and has no Pokemon Professor, no Pokemon gyms, or any Pokemon League. Number 3! Real world references. The world of Pokemon closely resembles the world that we know, except instead of animals, they have Pokemon. However, strangely enough, I find it weird when real-world topics are mentioned in the games or anime. For example, it is mentioned in logs inside of Cinnabar Island's Pokemon Mansion that Mew was originally discovered in the jungles of the South American country Guyana. Also, Arcanine's Pokemon Yellow, Stadium, Gold, Fire Red and Heart Gold Pokemon entries state that it is mentioned in Chinese legends. Furthermore, the main series games have featured staff members of Game Freak that typically reward the player for completing the National Pokédex, or occasionally through alternative methods. Shigeki Morimoto can actually be battled in the Generation 5 games. Random little inclusions of the real world, intertwined with the Pokemon world, makes the world of Pokemon seem more real and puts things into perspective. I think it's a cool touch on the games in anime. Number 4! The Pokeball. Ever wondered about the mechanics behind a Pokeball and how they work? I know I've always wanted to know how on earth a Wailord can fit inside a ball the size of your hand. Pokeballs are essential in any trainer's backpack, as they're not only used to catch wild Pokemon, but they're also their homes for a lot of the time as well. Pikachu apparently doesn't like being inside a ball, but what has gotten Pikachu so scarred for life? Surely being in a Pokeball wouldn't be that bad, right? Well, here's 3 semi-logical theories that you may or may not agree with. When a trainer wants to recall their Pokemon in its Pokeball, they press a button and it opens. Then a beam of light shoots out, hitting the Pokemon. The creature glows and is pulled inside before it snaps shut, This sequence, plus the fact that the Pokeballs seem to be electronic devices, implies that the Pokemon are transformed into energy and stored inside in a non-physical form, almost like data on a USB thumb drive. This is further supported by the fact that Pokemon can be transferred from the Pokeball using computers and sent like email attachments. If you aren't really into the whole digital thing, then how about this one? In the description for the Pokeball item found in the Super Smash Bros. Melee on the Nintendo GameCube, it's mentioned that Pokeballs contain an environment specifically designed for Pokemon comfort. This has led fans to theorize that the balls contain a sort of virtual reality that replicates a Pokemon's ideal environment. So for example, a fire Pokemon might find a world of molten lava and flames awaiting them upon being recalled into their ball. Lastly, how about this theory? Given the amount of time Pokemon spend cooped up inside a Pokeball, how about a customized ball with specific amenities to suit their needs, such as a shower, because battling is dirty work and they'll want to get cleaned up after getting sweaty from fighting, a television, for watching battles in progress so they're up to speed when called into action, a bed, Pokemon may get healed at Pokemon centers, but they still need sleep, a treadmill and workout equipment for staying in tip-top physical condition, a professional Poke Masseuse for working out the kinks and aches that come with constantly battling opponents, a training room and practice dummies so they can keep their attacks and strategies honed, a hot tub for chilling with other Pokemon after a long week of fighting, and, what's more, the interior of the Pokeball would be customized to each individual Pokemon with an ample supply of food, imagery of their native environments, and even pools of water, grass, lava, or other native elements to bask in. The perfect respite from battle. Number 5! Pokken Tournament. Pokken Tournament is a fighting game developed by Bandai Namco that is due for release in 2015. This game is coming to arcades first, with other releases currently uncertain. It was first teased at the Pokemon Game Show in August 2013, before an official unveiling in August 2014. This game is a hybrid of Pokemon and Tekken, and features various Pokemon fighting each other in various surroundings. The battles take place in a large round arena and allow for players to fully move around in it. As the battles get closer, movement is more closely locked. There are various Pokemon available in this game, including ones that are not even fighting type and those that are not biped, such as Suicune. In addition to the standard characters you play as, you can select support Pokemon to aid you in battle. This game uses a special controller in the arcade machine, as opposed to a fight stick, and is running location tests in January 2015. A recent trailer aired, and in my opinion, it looks awesome. Nothing too extravagant has been revealed yet, but I sure do hope it comes to the Wii U and/or 3DS and has an international release date. Well, that concludes this episode of Did You Know Pokemon Facts, Trivia and Mysteries. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more Pokemon related content. Thank you so much for watching and see you later.